Standing in our showcase kitchen is the a la carte kitchen. It's designed for mock restaurant and kitchen station setup. So if you look along the line here, it's an open style island where all the cooking line equipment is here and on the other side. And there's pass-throughs so that you can work with multiple stations. We've got a deli and garmager station. We've got storage underneath. It really tries to model that design process that happens out in the industry today. New equipment in the sense of the Vulcan tabletop line that allows that opportunity, whereas a lot of times they were to the ground with an oven or you had to buy stances and things, and we can set up our mise en place there. Got a French flat top on the other side. We've got a high-end pasta machine that we can make and package pasta to sell retail. Service line here for expediting to go out to our mock dining room that ultimately will serve customers. COVID has just delayed the start of that, but we'll be able to have guests in once or twice a week to experience a 3 to 4 course meal. So in here, this is our dining room. It's in a raw state right now because we have not had to run a course yet. We're getting ready to do so. We can figure out paint on the walls, decor, art. We have a mock bar and we have tables. We can seat 54, 56 people in here for dinner, lunch, private parties. All of the kitchens and the dining room and the theater and such have cameras built in, so we could do recording for all of our lessons and demonstrations. And we'll have a repository to upload those so students have access to that to help them with their learning and education through the camera up there. And this will be a key part to our mock restaurant to help students learn to take orders, serve guests, and build that connection to the front of the house and back of the house. And in another class down the road, they'll be the ones cooking the food for the dining room class. So here we're in number 2 of our teaching kitchens. This is our baking and pastry kitchen. It's designed for those sorts of classes. We could run our intro classes out of here as well. So you're going to see a different style of line where it's all against the wall. Baking and pastry type classes are more at a table working together, and then you're to the oven until the item's almost done. Whereas in culinary, you're back and forth at the stove or saute. We've got a lot of specialty equipment in here. We've got a dough divider, we've got a large mixer, gelato ice cream machine. We've got a dough sheeter over here, a combination oven. We've got a deck oven as well. It's got 4 decks, which is great for baking cakes and muffins and things that really are adversely affected if you have a fan motor or mechanical convection. Really good views inside and out, and from this way you can actually see into the greenhouse while you're working. So this is our third teaching kitchen. This is what we're calling our quantity kitchen because it's got larger equipment. It can do volumes. We have 2 40-gallon stock kettles here. We can make stock or soups in. We've also got our smoker, some other equipment that you've already seen. We've got smaller kettles on the other side. We also do meat and bone cutting in here, so we have a bandsaw. On the far wall here, we have a rolled-in glass chiller. We can take an entire speed rack, 2 of them, and roll them in there to cool food or freeze it. It's got its own little walk-in here as well. So our final space to share with you is our demonstration theater. It's got 72 to 74 seats behind you here. We have a high-end residential cooking line and ovens. And you can do demonstrations here, guest chefs, speakers, cooking classes. We can even teach our classes here. It's all got videography recording, like all of our kitchens and spaces do for that repository. Students can access it. We even have a thing called Air Media where students can watch it live time. Got 3 big panel TVs where in the center we could display the demonstration. On each side we could do a PowerPoint that shares the data material. The other really neat thing about this space is if you look through the windows, you can see the kitchen that we just came through, or the one that was called Quantity Kitchen. And we did this so that we could have family night for students to have their families come in, sit in the theater, relax, and watch their students work. One of the biggest things we try to do is create support structures for our students' success. And one of those things is getting their family behind them to help. So the screen or the blinds go up and down, so if we need 2 separate spaces, we can do so. And in the event we're doing a collaborative demonstration theater kitchen, we have a nice view line through the kitchen here from the demonstration theater. So here you're actually in what will be the Reynolds Market or Cafe. We're still discovering names that we might use. This is going to be open to the public. It's going to serve breakfast, lunch. We're going to do what's called home meal replacement, where you can get grab-and-go meals or lasagna to take home and bake. We'll also do some catering out of here. We might be able to do a wedding or broad appetit or some other Richmond community events that we're out there. We also have a service window for walk-up, made to order. We'll have gelato, we'll have homemade deli meats. We'll have a bakery case with cakes and pies and all these other things that people like. High-end cooking line in the back, so we can do quantity cooking. So we've got some quick serve sandwiches here. We're going to have a soup to go option through the window for people that just need a cup of soup for a good price, just to get something in their stomach. So one of the other key features is we have a greenhouse here that our horticulture program will run, so we can get herbs and lettuces and tomatoes. We have a nice courtyard, and the glass that you're looking through are actually doors. So all these doors all the way around open up, so we can bring the indoors out and the outdoors in. And when we get through COVID, we could do weddings and things of 300 to 400 people because of the traffic flow, which is right next to the dining room here, and that also opens so we can create one seamless flow of people and cycling through the building. So here's actually the brain of our operation. It's the storeroom, where we have all of our refrigerated and frozen products, our dry stock and extra equipment. We actually run a class through here. But this is where all the food comes in through the loading dock behind, and we check in and receive all the orders, and we pull what we call requisitions, which are the food orders for each lab class to operate. So if we're doing breakfast, then we have breakfast foods on there. We pull all that together and issue that to the class, and then that's the food that they use for the day to prepare the menus. So one of the things with the kitchens is we wanted to have students to feel that they were inclusive. So rather than just kitchens and a storeroom and that's it, we have faculty offices, so we're on site. We have 2 general teaching classrooms. And then down here we have a resource center and a computer lab so that students can get all their classes at this one location so they don't have to bounce around different campuses. So this is our Career Resource Center where students can do internship work, where they can find internships, research the data, information about them, and ultimately when COVID moves on, there's study space and all that for students to do group work and work together.